what are the odds this season that you think Kyler Murray gets traded?
I'm going to give it, I think it's 50-50, honestly.
Yeah, I'm right there too.
Because they're going to trade D-Hop this season because of the fact that they have no cap space. And honestly, even though I don't think it would be a good move for them, meaning the Cardinals, I think it's kind of inevitable. You have someone like Kyler, who I think is an extraordinary talent. And if you get somebody around him, a good organization that isn't extremely dysfunctional, Cardinals have always been dysfunctional. And then you get him somewhere with maybe a better scheme fit. Maybe it's a team like the Dolphins. Maybe it's a team like even the Vikings. Maybe they want to go all after it. Maybe they want to upgrade at quarterback. So it's like, if I'm Kyler, I see other opportunities with a team that could use a quarterback. And I think much more stable organization, much more opportunity to win. If I'm Kyler, I'm like, yeah, get me out of here. 100%. And they didn't let you in the coaching hire.
Yeah. Would you? Yeah, I'd be interested in a trade centered around Tua and Kyler. I really would.
That'd be spicy.
And I feel like that would work for both teams because Rich Gannon did come out and he was like, hey, we are a team that has a very talented player at quarterback. So he's acknowledging Kyler Murray. We're going to be a quarterback-centric team because we believe that our guy's one of the best in the NFL and we're going to build the entire team around him. So he's coming in with that mentality and talking about it, but Kyler Murray's probably not feeling it. And I feel like it's very 50-50 if Kyler Murray there was a chance he wanted to get traded last year.
Yeah.
After they signed him all that money, teams are starting to show, okay, we'll move off the books. Maybe this was a mistake. But right now, if you have to trade D-Hop, I mean, your offense is toast.
Yeah.
After that, he's throwing to Robbie Anderson
and Hollywood
Brown. So it's like, that's not going to work unless this coach comes in and establishes an offensive line, a run game. But it's like, I give it this year. And then if this team is awful and not even close to the playoffs, I think Kyler asks for a trade because then you're just wasting his prime.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like Hollywood, he's okay. Robbie Anderson, he's not that good. Zach Ertz is a year older. Zach Ertz is like 37 at this point. He's extremely old.
Yeah.
And then your running backs outside of you yourself, the guy who's a mobile quarterback, is James Conner. And Benjamin?
No. He finished up the season with the Saints, I believe.
So they don't even have him. So I can't even name the other guy because he's that bad. So it's like the Cardinals, and then not only that, on defense, they lost J.J. Watt. They lost Chandler Jones last offseason. Now they have Budda Baker and Isaiah Simmons. And honestly, if they're going to go full rebuild, they'll probably trade those guys for picks. So it's like, I think this is a Cardinals team that, I mean, granted, I feel like they were good for an hour. And it's so unfortunate to see them crumble the way they have. But it's like the coaching hire like this with an organization that is historically terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, am I surprised by this? Not really. And it would be interesting to see where Kyler would go. I think he'd be a lethal player on the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, yeah. I think he would go somewhere like if Atlanta's ready in a year or two and they don't feel confident in their ability to draft a quarterback, but I could see him going there, or maybe Minnesota would be able to trade for him. But it would definitely have to be somewhere warm. But I would say right now, if he was to be traded this year, my money would be on Vegas.
Yeah.
Because they're rebuilding now. You want to get out of a tough situation. You would have weapons. You would have a run game for the first time in your career. You would have Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. If all of those guys are healthy with Kyler Murray, and then he can click somewhat with Josh McDaniels, I feel like that could work. And then you stay in Vegas. I feel like he's someone who wants to be somewhere warm year round.
Yeah. I mean, went to Oakland, got drafted by the Athletics, played in Arizona. It's not really that far of a drive. It's like a 5-hour drive moving over. So I see that as a possibility, but he's hurt. I don't even think they can trade him yet, and give it some time. I think next year is when we start talking about Kyler trades. So you hear to hear first.
Yeah.